welcome to an unnamed podcast at the moment. You could call it a podcast, I guess. But today we've got something super exciting.
It's going to be great.
Yeah. It is the 14th of March.
Okay.
I got news that March Madness begins on Thursday.
That is accurate.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And so yesterday, a very special piece of paper was dropped on my desk by this man right here. And it was a March Madness bracket. I was instructed to fill it out. And he would fill one out. They were handed out to everybody. So our
Correct.
whole staff has filled out, or hopefully filled out, a beautiful March Madness bracket. But we decided to discuss our picks. We were selected very carefully.
Yes.
As he is a college basketball super fan.
I enjoy college basketball. In fact, I'm rocking my tie today, my basketball tie.
Good.
Brought it out today, rocking the Looney Tunes basketball.
And I can count on one hand the amount of times that I've watched a college basketball game.
Sarah, let me interrupt you. I love
course.
your basketball outfit today.
Thank
it is
you.
very
We're
basketball-ish.
going for a little monochrome moment.
Okay.
Kind of fun with a accent shirt.
Good choice.
Thank you. It's kind of orange.
I did
like
not want to go with my monochrome outfit because I was worried that I was going to clash with our lead anchor today.
We can't be wearing the same thing.
Good.
But yeah, I do not watch basketball. I was actually telling my sister a few days ago that basketball is, in fact, my least favorite sport.
Which makes this even better now that I've just found that out.
Yeah. So we are going to discuss our picks on this bracket. I took it very seriously.
And I love that. How many games have you watched this year?
How many games have I watched this year?
Yep, this season.
0.
Great.
Yeah.
Great.
Yep. I watched one last year.
Okay.
One the year before, and one the year before that.
Do you remember any of those teams?
Well, I went to Liberty.
Okay.
So the times that March Madness or Liberty was in March Madness, I watched, but they never went far. So.
Okay.
But yeah, my bracket, don't look at my answers, but it's color coordinated. So cute.
Fans, let's focus on this. The fact that it was color coordinated, number one, and cute.
Yeah.
That is not what I was going for. I'm going for the classic patented
crinkled up
Dave Merritt handwriting where nobody can read it, sometimes including myself. Fun fact, my college professor allowed me to use a computer because he said I had some of the worst handwriting he has ever seen. So
wow.
I'm going to continue with that.
That's good. No,
style.
mine is legible, color coordinated. But I did take it seriously. I like sports. I don't want this to come across as like
we've had that.
I'm not a sports gal.
Because, you being the Super Bengals fan.
I'm a Super Bengals fan.
Yep.
No, but I do follow sports. I do like sports. Just basketball has never been my thing. But I took this seriously. I didn't choose off of mascot or uniform color for most of them. Okay. I did my research, and this is what we came up with. So, without further ado, start me off.
All right, we're going to go to the South region. And by the way, if you guys are watching at home and you want to take out your brackets to compare, that'd be great.
If it's similar to his, it's probably really good.
We'll see. I actually won the Trinity Final Four competition last year, so we'll see what happens.
So
bring it on, Pastor Jay.
Can you just explain the competition a little bit?
So what happens is each round you get a point, and then the next round it's 2 points, 3 points, 4 points, and then ultimately, if you pick the winner, you get 10 points. So through the first Thursday, Friday, we'll have the first set of point totals, and then Saturday, Sunday will be the next point totals. The following Thursday, Friday, the following Saturday, Sunday, bring us to the Final Four and the championship. And then each of those times, the people that are involved, which is our staff of both the church and the school, and also certain students are involved as well. And that will be announced maybe during the announcements, also after chapel. So
very cool.
Pretty cool.
And what do you get if you have the most points at the end?
So if you're top 3, first off, you get street cred for knowing your stuff, and I will get you your favorite candy, which I found out is Twizzlers.
It is Twizzlers. Love them.
That is fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah. And what is your favorite candy?
I'm a Snickers guy.
Okay.
I enjoy the
Very cool.
Snickers.
All right. Some of my guesses are random, but we did find out that I'm good at randomly guessing things.
Oh my goodness.
Dave and
yes,
I are,
she is.
Yeah, we're both really big movie fans. So the Oscars were this past Sunday, and we filled out brackets filled out our picks.
Correct.
For everything, for each category of the Oscars. For the most part, we were knowledgeable about them all. We both tried to watch. I didn't watch all of them, but you watched all of the Best Film Pictures. But we didn't watch any of the short films or what are those?
Documentaries.
Yeah, documentaries. Didn't really watch any of them. But I picked all three of those correctly. Just random guesses. So even my random guesses could be accurate.
And I was definitely impressed. In fact, I texted her thinking that she might have seen or at least researched, and it was a total blind guess. So
didn't know any of them. All right. Let's get down to it.
All right. So we're going to start off with our South region. And we have, so right off the bat, I am taking Alabama over the whatever the Texas A&M and then the Southeast Missouri.
Yeah.
And then I'm going with, I know this is bad, but West Virginia over Maryland. I'm sorry, Maryland fans, but they can't win on the road, let alone in a neutral site.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Great.
But it's not what I put.
Okay. So going down, here's my first upset. Charleston over San Diego State, because Charleston, again, was in Towson's bracket. I'm a Towson alum, and Charleston was awesome this year at 31-3. So that's my first big upset. And then I have, to round out the bracket, UVA, Creighton, Baylor, Missouri, and Arizona. So pretty much going scratch favorites, pretty much all but Charleston in the South bracket.
Okay.
Sarah, how are your picks?
I would say a little similar, I think. Maybe not. Actually, I chose Alabama.
Okay.
I chose Maryland. Just, it's where I live. So
good choice.
I felt loyal.
Yep.
Charleston, I didn't know that was an upset.
Okay.
So I chose. I like the city.
Nice.
I chose Virginia. Okay, this is where you chose Creighton?
Yes.
I chose NC State. I thought they were good at sports.
I mean, they are.
Okay.
So
I feel good with
that's a bold strategy. Hope it works.
The first one that threw me off was Baylor versus UCSB.
Yes.
Um,
Did you know what UCSB was?
I Googled it.
Cool.
University of something Sacramento, something?
Cal Santa Barbara?
That's what I said. That's what I said. Anyway, I chose that one, UCSB. I'm not sure why. Because I don't know. Baylor, I don't like them. They've always kind of thrown me off a little bit.
I was thinking you were going to go with the 80s soap opera, Santa Barbara.
No.
Okay. All right.
Well, clearly, because I thought it was Sacramento. So
got it.
It's okay. Then I chose Missouri.
Okay.
And I chose Arizona.
All right. So we're good.
Yeah.
Moving on to the Sweet 16. Okay. I've got Alabama and UVA, pretty much the favorites, and Baylor, Arizona. So I know it's kind of boring, but I went the old 1 through 4 seeds.
Okay.
Right there.
Okay. I chose Alabama. I chose Charleston, which I'm second guessing.
There you go. Charleston, Sarah's pick right now for the Sweet 16. You heard it here first. Because she likes the city.
Yep. NC State.
Wow. And so go with that NC State. It's like,
yep.
Because they're good at sports.
I thought so.
Okay.
I thought so. They have the blue uniform. Light blue.
That's they're actually red and white. In fact, the
good. This is good.
Yeah, it's real good. So you're thinking about UNC, which fun fact, friends, UNC first #1 team not to make the NCAA tournament. So they were preseason #1. They did. So
they're not even in here.
Correct.
Okay. Well, I thought of them the whole time, so it's okay. No problem.
NC State was good in the 80s.
Great. They'll be good again this year.
Great.
And then I chose Arizona.
Okay. Why?
Because I Googled
the Google.
Yeah.
Okay.
I Googled the odds of each team doing well, and they were
game style.
Up there.
Good job.
Yeah. Good. Yeah. So feeling good about Arizona for a little bit.
All right. So my top 2 in the South, Alabama, Baylor. Just going with Baylor. They've been doing pretty well lately in the NCAA tournament. And then Alabama's just red hot this year. So I did Alabama, Baylor, and then Alabama, the number 1 seed, going through to the Final Four via the South.
I too have Alabama going there.
Not NC State?
No. NC State
used to be
we'll
blue,
go no
but
further.
not red. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I have Alabama and Arizona for the 2. What are you calling it? The Toasty 2 or something?
The Toasty, yes. So you heard it here first, friends. The Toasty 2. I like it. In fact, our friends at ESPN and CBS, again,
Start
copyright
referring to it as that.
to
Yeah.
The Toasty 2 by Sarah Garner.
Okay. Regardless, Alabama and Arizona. And then I have Alabama beating Arizona.
You know, that is a solid
Thank you.
South.
Thank you. Wait. Okay. No, we're good. We're good.
So, friends, I'm going to give you a chance to kind of compare, look at your brackets, see what are your similarities. Again,
if you want to change any of your answers to what mine are, because I'm so knowledgeable about basketball.
Actually very similar in picks. Remember, friends, if NC State makes it big, Sarah Garner called it here first.
It was me. Yeah.
Even though she thought it was North Carolina. But that's okay. That's okay.
It's okay.
Moving on to the East.
Great.
Next bracket, we have the Purdue Boilermakers.
Can I say something about Purdue?
Yes, you can.
Thank you. They are known for maybe their sports, potentially, but they also have the world's largest drum, and I've seen it in person.
The drum is pretty impressive. I'm not a Purdue fan because I'm a Notre Dame fan.
Oh.
So there you go.
Okay.
Notre Dame is not in the tournament this year. They were bad.
Don't diss the drum.
Hey, no diss on the drum.
It's a good drum.
It's mildly impressive.
It's big.
It is grandissimo.
Okay. Continue.
All right.
Sorry.
So I got Purdue, Memphis. Memphis had a really good run in their conference tournament. We have Duke over Oral Roberts, although I think that's going to be one of the best games of the early tournament. You heard it here first. Tennessee over Louisiana, not LSU, former home of Joe Burrow, but the, again, University of Louisiana. And so I have Duke and Tennessee. I have Kentucky over Providence, Kansas State over Montana State, USC over Michigan State in a mild upset, and Marquette over Vermont. Again, no major upsets in the first round of the East. Sarah, I'm excited to hear your picks.
I'm excited too, and I'm feeling really good. Okay, so I chose Purdue just because they have the drum.
The big drum.
Memphis. I have a friend who lives in Memphis. No,
okay.
Shout out to Emily.
Emily, hope you're watching.
Duke. I know they're good.
Pastor Ryan, big fan.
Big Duke fan?
Kind of a homer, not going to lie. Big fan, though.
Okay. Well, this one threw me off. Tennessee and Louisiana.
Oh, yes.
I did think Louisiana was LSU and therefore was choosing because Joe Burrow. And I know they have good sports, right?
LSU? Great sports.
Great sports, except they didn't make it here, but that's all right. But I still chose Louisiana.
Ooh.
Because they have the better... They have the better score.
Okay.
So.
The score.
Yeah.
Good. You mean record?
Yep.
Great. Love that.
Thank you.
I was thinking she chose it because of the Raging Cajuns. Kind of
I saw that was their name. I did read a whole
awesome
article
name.
about this game because I was struggling to choose.
I love that you read an article
teams.
about that. That's fantastic.
Yeah. They said that Tennessee has a good defense, but Louisiana's defense.
What defense do they run?
The one with their hands up.
Yep, I like that. Party in the USA. Love it.
Okay, moving on.
Okay.
I chose Providence.
Ooh, why? Because it used to be a great show on NBC?
I don't know why I chose Providence.
Okay.
They had the same record. So I was just...
Flipped a coin?
We'll get to flipping coins.
Okay.
I chose Montana.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Because it's cold?
I don't know.
All right.
I can't remember my thought process there. I chose USC.
You're going some upsets here.
Good. There's always upsets, though. You
You're
know?
right.
So
You're right.
You got to factor those in.
Okay.
I chose USC for some reason, and I chose Marquette. Where is Marquette?
What's that?
Where is Marquette?
That's in Wisconsin.
Good.
Yeah.
Great.
It's good. In fact, true story, Marquette was one of the schools I was looking at when I was a high school senior. Marquette actually had a sports broadcasting school. So I was looking at that, but
very cool.
Didn't want college loans. And also the weather, pretty cold.
Pretty cold.
Not a cold fan.
Pretty cold. Okay.
So moving on to the next round.
Yep.
Here's my big upset, friends. And here right off the bat, you heard it here. Memphis beating Purdue. Memphis was red hot in their conference tournament. And Purdue, I think, is a little bit suspect. They are feast or famine. So I have Memphis.
But what about the drum?
Over Purdue. I think the drum is going to be beat. They're going to get, again, the drum is going to be beaten down by Memphis.
Okay.
I have Duke over Tennessee. That hurts my heart. But again, I think the Dukies are going to win. Tennessee, too inconsistent. Then I have Kentucky over Kansas State. And I'm just going with John Calipari. Again, he's got a pedigree for winning big games. And I think that Kentucky will upset Kansas State. And then I have Marquette over USC.
Okay. I have Purdue, Duke, Montana.
Still continuing with the draw. Oh, Montana, the Sweet 16.
Mm-hmm. Well, I like Providence and Montana. When that happens, which it will happen, that'll be a lame game. Nobody's going to watch that one.
Okay.
But Montana will win, and Marquette.
All right. So then we are down to the Elite Eight, which I have Duke beating Memphis. Although, like I said, I'm not a big Duke fan. Being a Maryland fan, we are taught that we are not allowed to like Duke. But again, I think that Duke will prevail over Memphis, and Marquette will prevail over Kentucky.
Okay, good. I went with the drum. I have Purdue.
All right. They have a great drum.
It's going to really give them the push that they need.
Just the drum every time is going to win that game.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I have Marquette.
Just because? I mean,
no,
I like Marquette.
When I was reading a different article, the odds article, it said Marquette was really good.
That's a good choice.
Yeah, thank you. Mm-hmm.
Then I have Marquette beating Duke. So that is my number 2 seed Marquette coming out of the East.
Very nice. The drum loses this time. I chose Marquette.
Oh, we have the same pick?
We have the same pick.
Again, no talk at all at this. Whereas Oscars,
we talk all the time.
Lots of talk.
Yeah.
Lots of talk.
Yeah. Feeling so good. Feeling so confident.
So to recap, out of the South, you have
Alabama
and
Marquette. Yep.
Same exact
picks.
Crazy.
This is so crazy. Okay.
Moving on. Where are we going next?
Let's go to the West.
Okay. The Wild Wild West.
The Wild Wild West.
Not a great movie back in the late 90s. Do you remember that one?
Nope.
Will Smith?
Nope.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to have you start us off this time.
Okay. All right. Cool. So first I chose Kansas.
Good choice. That was my winner last year. That allowed me to win the Trinity Lutheran Christian School and Church tournament.
Very nice. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Not okay yet.
Oh.
I chose Arkansas.
Okay.
I have a friend that lives in Arkansas.
Good. Shout out to
Jana,
Holly, and Sammy Freeman, also Arkansas students.
Nice. Okay. Then I chose VCU.
Great. What does that stand for?
Virginia Central University.
Very cool university. Close.
Wait.
Virginia Commonwealth.
Oh.
But I like it. Very cool.
Okay.
VCU.
Okay. Then we chose Iona. Where is that?
New York.
So this one I chose because I liked the name.
Not because you love New York State, because I know you're a huge New York fan.
Where's New York?
They're not on here, but I'm just telling.
Oh, you said it's in New York. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Okay.
That's okay.
No, I chose Iona because I like the name, and I chose it for a long time. You'll see, they like go pretty far.
Wow.
Because you can kind of hear like the announcers on the radio being like, Iona wins in an upset or whatever. Like it's like a
Ooh, okay.
name.
All right.
that-
So right off the bat, friends, again, Iona, NC State, Montana. The three big upsets. By Sarah Garner.
Yeah.
All right, continue on.
Okay. TCU.
Who are they?
Texas Central University.
Close. Christian. Yep, like them.
Texas Christian.
Awesome mascot.
What is it?
The Horned Frogs.
Oh, I've heard of them.
Did not do so well in the national championship football game.
Dang it.
It's all right.
All right.
But you chose them here.
I did. TCU. Then I chose Gonzaga.
Okay.
I chose Gonzaga to win the whole thing last year, and they let me down.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was rough.
Shout out to Millie McAllister, because I heard that when she filled out her bracket, she was all about Grand Canyon because she had heard of it.
Aww.
And it's big.
Bless
So love that, Millie McAllister. You never know.
That'd be great. I think we should inform the entire Grand Canyon school, university,
Correct.
college, that Millie is rooting for them.
Big fan.
Yeah. Then I chose Boise.
Great.
Thank you. And UCLA.
What is Boise State known for in their
Boise
athletics?
Gymnastics.
Close. The Smurf turf. They play on blue turf.
No, they don't.
Honest to goodness. Yep, you can Googlify it right now. We're going to pause as Sarah Googles the Smurf turf, but I'm sure you guys have seen it before. It's mildly crazy, and I believe there's another school. I'm not sure what school it is, but they also play on like red turf. Verified?
It's straight up blue, like dark blue.
Pretty crazy.
Insane. That would be so trippy.
So you went with Boise?
I went with Boise.
Okay.
And if I would have known that information before, I still would have gone with Boise.
All right.
Respect. And then UCLA. Yep.
Why UCLA?
UNC Asheville is who they were playing against, and just didn't like them.
All right.
Yeah.
Didn't like them. Look out, UNC Asheville. You've got a hater. Hater's going to hate.
They are.
She's just going to shake
I am.
as she shakes her way to the number one spot at the Trinity Lutheran tournament.
Okay.
All right. So for me, I went very much scratch here as well. Scratch meaning favored across the board. Kansas, Arkansas, St. Mary's, and UConn. I actually like St. Mary's. I think they're a pretty solid team this year. Went with TCU and Gonzaga. I have learned not to go against Gonzaga because they used to be the upset kings when I was in high school. So don't ever bet against the Zags. And then Northwestern and UCLA.
You didn't go with Iona?
I did not.
Yikes.
I have no faith in Iona.
Oh, dear. Okay.
Sorry.
That's
Sorry
okay.
about that.
That's okay. All right. Moving on.
Okay.
What do you call this? That
would be the Sweet 16.
Okay. Sweet 16.
So we go from the 64, there's the 32, and then the round of 16. So with the Sweet 16, then the Elite 8, then the Final 4, then the championship game.
Okay. Cool. Perfect.
What would you call it, Sarah? I love the Toasty 2. It's just phenomenal. What would you call the 16?
Sweet 16 is cool.
Okay.
And that's like a common phrase. The Super 16.
Super 16. Okay.
I kind of like the Swag 16.
Swag 16. We're renaming it Swag 16. What about the Elite 8? I mean, they're going with the
I'm telling you my Elite 8?
No.
Oh.
Just say, would you rename it?
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't have gone with Elite.
Okay.
What's that one movie? Eight Below.
8 Below, like the dog movie?
Yeah. That movie scared the heck out of me as a kid.
I mean,
when
it was
that seal popped out of the whale.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy.
Terrifying. I don't know if I would have called it that.
It was okay. It wasn't great.
The Crazy Eights.
Crazy Eights. All right.
Good
I like
card
that.
game.
I was going to say, very much shout out to all the grandmothers out there that played the Crazy Eights. I remember playing that with my mom as a child.
Nice.
All right. Give it to me. What do we got?
Where? Oh, hold on. I got to figure out where it starts.
Wild West.
Okay, Wild West. Kansas.
Good choice.
Iona.
Man, you were all about the Iona.
Just wait.
Okay. All right.
Gonzaga.
All right.
And UCLA.
All right. Hey, We're very similar.
Except
other
you
than
didn't choose that.
your love for Iona, which, again, we're odds makers. You heard it here first. I went with Kansas. You kind of were St. Mary's. I think that's also going to be a great game. And then went with Gonzaga and UCLA.
Okay. So then I chose Iona.
Over Kansas?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now you're making me second guess it.
All right. I mean, hey,
I was
look,
confident in that.
if and when it gets there, I will turn and bow to you.
When Iona just wins it all.
Correct.
All right. Then I chose Gonzaga.
Because that's just, you went with your gut from last year.
Yep.
You're like, okay.
Yep.
So I went not with Iona. I went with Kansas and Gonzaga. And then I have Kansas returning to the Final Four.
Whoa. I have Gonzaga.
Okay.
Yeah.
So our first disagreement in the Final Four, but still very solid.
Yeah.
Other than
I feel like we're going to have the same thing.
her love for Iona. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And the final region, the Midwest.
Me? Go
Yeah.
first? All right.
Go for it.
Okay. This is when my research really kicks in.
So you really focused on the Midwest bracket. It's because you like the Midwest?
No.
Okay.
No. But everything I was reading was like hyping Houston up. They're like, oh, they're so
They
good.
They're
so good. I
hype
don't
train.
like their uniforms. Red is not a good color, but that's okay.
I did not choose Houston based on their uniforms.
You chose them
But-
because of skill.
Correct.
Well, I chose them despite their ugly uniforms.
Ooh, okay. All right.
We looked past the surface.
It's good.
So anyway, I chose Houston, Auburn, Drake. Didn't even know that was a school. Kent State. Looked
Stop.
that up.
Is the reason you chose Drake solely based on the hip hop artist?
Yes.
Phenomenal. Ladies and gentlemen, again, you've heard it here first. Drake, if you're watching, she chose Drake University
I did.
based on you, Drake, the hip hop
And
star.
I'm not ashamed of it.
I love it. I love it.
Um,
I did not choose Drake, so. I know,
Rude.
as if.
Anyway, Kent State.
Ooh, the Golden Flashes.
Yep, I thought that was in Maryland, which is why I originally chose it. Googled it. It's in Ohio.
So hold on a second. Why did you think Kent
It
State was in Maryland?
Sounded familiar.
Kent County?
Could be.
Okay.
All right.
Clark Kent?
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. I chose Iowa, Kennesaw, Texas A&M.
Hold on. Time out. All right. You chose Kennesaw State? I just have to ask why Kennesaw? Just because it sounds like it rolls off like Kennesaw. Okay? Is that where you're just going with it? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
There were no thoughts there. I just chose them.
To all those fans at Kennesaw,
Where is
you've got a believer. I honestly don't know either, but I do know that you have at least one more fan. Again, Sarah Garner.
I have them going further too.
Sure you do. Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyway, Texas A&M,
Great.
and then I chose
Do you know
Texas.
what A&M stands for?
Yes,
What is it?
I do know it. Texas A&M.
Right.
You know?
Yep. Good job.
Thank you.
Agricultural mineral.
No way.
It is.
That's stupid.
Okay. Also stupid. Also stupid. You heard it, Aggie fans. So again, all the hate mail to Sarah Garner. Ask Garner at tlsonline.org.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Texas A&M and then Texas to have a little Texas off.
I love that
Thank
actually.
you.
I chose the same thing, thinking that's
the
going to be a
Texas
fun.
off?
Yeah.
Woo!
It's going to be a great game. Love
Yeah, it
those
will.
rivalries in the NCAA tournament.
Okay, good. I feel embarrassed about that one.
No way. It's fantastic. I am feeling great right now.
Oh no.
It's okay. It's all right. It's great. So here we go. I have Houston and Auburn, Miami and Indiana, although I will say it was very close. I almost picked Drake. Nothing to do with the hip-hop artist, but I think that they have a solid record.
Okay.
So I have Miami, Indiana. I have Iowa State, the Cyclones, Xavier, the Musketeers. I think that the Musketeers, that's actually a really cool mascot. So...
Oh, so you're choosing based off of mascot?
No, I'm actually based on they had a good year, but I'd still think they have a cool mascot. To me. And then I have the Texas off between Texas A&M and the Texas Longhorns.
Woo-hoo.
Hook 'em horns.
You want to know a fun thing about you said the Iowa Hurricanes? Cyclones?
Cyclones, close. Miami Hurricanes. But you're close.
Good enough. I have a sweatshirt. I have an Iowa Cyclones sweatshirt.
Iowa or Iowa State?
Cyclones.
Iowa State. Iowa's the Hawkeyes.
Oh.
That's okay. That's all right.
Well, I don't know. I have a sweatshirt, and it's from Iowa.
Do you like it? Do you wear it?
It's actually a little small now. My dad got it for me when I was in, middle school, so.
Shout out to Dave Garner.
Woo-hoo!
Great purchase.
Yeah. All right. Moving on.
Okay.
Houston.
We have a problem.
We do. But it's not their playing.
No, it is not. Because I think we both have. It is their uniforms, though. Far. Again.
That is the problem NASA was referring to.
I don't care.
Okay. Kent State.
Okay. You are on the Golden Flash bandwagon.
I am, but wait for this one.
Kent State.
Kennesaw.
Kent State and Kennesaw. The Battle of the Kens. Shout out to Ken Coughlin if you're watching. She would have picked your...
We got a thumbs up.
She would have picked your team as well because you are a Ken.
Texas A&M.
Over Texas. Little mild upset there.
I don't think so.
Okay. All right. Bold strategy.
I've heard Texas A&M has really good sports.
Great. They do.
Good.
And a great fan base. All right. I went with Houston and Indiana, which I think Houston, Indiana is going to be a great game. And I also went with Xavier and Texas over Texas A&M. So again, sorry, I'm kind of boring. I went with kind of scratch on there as well. Sarah, much more creative with her picks and the amazing research that she put in to focus on the Ken battle.
They will, however, never play each other on my bracket.
Oh, okay.
So I chose Houston and Texas A&M, and then I have Houston going to the Final Four.
Okay. I went with the Musketeers over the Longhorns, and I went with Houston, and then Houston to beat Xavier, and Houston in my Final Four. So let's recap our Final Four.
Okay.
I have Alabama versus Marquette, and I have Houston versus Kansas.
I have Alabama versus Marquette and Houston versus Gonzaga.
So throughout all this craziness, the fact that we have three of the same four.
Pretty good.
Impressive.
Thank you. Oh, that was
Do it
horrible.
Again. That's even better.
Okay.
All right. So our big Final Four, which again, give you guys a chance to look on your bracket to see how close are you to us. Super sports fan, solid sports fan.
Just bad basketball.
Knows basketball, not basketball. We'll see. All right.
Final Four.
Final Four in Houston, mind you. In fact, I just looked at that.
How do you know?
It says it in the logo. Isn't that crazy?
Oh, yeah. Wow.
So
it's rigged.
Probably at, again, the Texans Stadium. I think it's like NRG Field or something like that. It's renamed over and over. But again, really great facility. Went there for WrestleMania 25. And again, great facility. Terrible parking to get in and get out of. So if any of our fans are going to the Final Four, get there way early and be ready to stay for about 2 hours afterwards because getting out of the parking lot, total nightmare.
That's bad.
All right. I have Alabama, the Crimson Tide, making it to the championship game, defeating Marquette.
Okay. I also have Alabama making it to the championship.
Why?
I don't know. I know that they have good sports and everybody's like, Alabama.
They are very passionate about their sports right now. They're going
Roll Tide.
Yep.
I had a pastor one time who was a big Alabama fan.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
The other side, the Homer Houston team and Kansas. Now, here's the deal. My heart goes out to Kansas. I would like them to win. However, I know how hard it is for a team to repeat. So I will choose Houston based on their skill and the fact that they're basically at a quasi-home game for the national championship. They will go there. They will defeat Kansas and go into the championship game.
Okay, great. I also chose Houston, but beating Gonzaga.
Okay.
Just because of my research and the article that I read that Houston was favored.
Excellent.
Okay. Oh, I'm so stressed about this.
Championship game. Monday night.
Monday night.
April 3rd.
April 3rd.
Will you be watching? Has this, before we give our championship picks, has this piqued your interest? Are you actually going to watch any basketball?
I may turn on a game.
Nice. A game. You heard it here. A game. For me, I will definitely be watching that Maryland West Virginia game at 12:15 on Thursday. And a lot of other games.
Yeah, I may tune in. I'll watch the last one for sure. I'm pretty sure I normally watch the last one.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What do you got there?
So, I had a really strategic tactic to pick the winner. Did a lot of research, read about each team, their uniforms, their players, and everything. And ultimately, it came down to eeny, meeny, miny, mo. And I landed on Alabama.
I like that.
Thank you.
I like that.
Thanks.
Did you, when you did eeny, meeny, miny, mo, did you literally just pop back and forth? I love that.
I did.
I love that.
I couldn't find a coin.
Okay. Also, the coin flip, pretty great.
Mm-hmm.
I went with Alabama just because I think that this is going to be their year, and I just think Houston will run out of gas, and Alabama will be your champion.
We picked the same final. I feel so good about this. I am going to win some Twizzlers.
I am almost speechless and a little shocked.
Thank you.
Sarah, I have to say, I'm pretty impressed.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
But again, before we sign off, I just want to say NC State, Iona, Kennesaw State, and Montana State. Those were the ones, the shockers. I call that the Sarah's Shockers, friends.
Yeah.
So if you're looking to go out there,
copy
Sarah's
this.
Shockers right there.
This is what you want. This is how your bracket should look. And use the same colors, for sure.
So before we sign off again, the ultimate goal here, well, first is the street cred at Trinity.
Yeah.
It's always great. It's nice to get the candy, but when in doubt, the goal is to beat Pastor J.
Yeah,
with
obviously.
Shadow of a doubt.
Do you know who he chose?
No, he has not turned his in.
Right.
In fact, Pastor J is legendary for turning in his picks like literally minutes before the first game.
That's fair.
Because he'll legit forget, and then he'll like text me right before the game starts. He goes, "Oh, I've got it done. I've got it done."
Got it.
And he'll send me like a picture form.
Do you take this now? Do you take this away from me and follow it, or do I have to keep track of it myself?
So I make a copy,
Oh, okay.
and then I'll
color
give you
copy,
that.
I hope.
I mean, for you,
Thank you.
100%. In fact, I may color code my brackets one day.
Yeah, you have to. It's so good. All right. Well, this is good. This is good. I feel so confident in this.
Awesome.
Thank you all for watching. Hopefully your brackets are filled out and you're following along with March Madness, which begins on Thursday.
Yep. Get excited.
What? Am I excited?
Said get excited.
Oh.
Get excited. Everybody should get excited. This is, again, a great time of the year.
It is.
And if all goes well, we might come back to recap the tournament.
Why not? And maybe we'll make more episodes about other things. We talk about all sorts of things.
Yes, we do.
If you like it, let us know. Join us for worship one day. You can come up to us in person and talk to us about sports or
100%.
movies or whatever.
I go to the 9 o'clock service.
I go to the 11 o'clock.
So again, either one.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed it. Enjoy March Madness, and maybe you'll win. Hopefully you do.
Good luck, guys. We'll see you.